Hello, welcome to Soup of Pants Gaming. I'm Soup. Thank you very much for being here on this, our second episode for Mission 360. Mission 360 is basically me collecting a curated set of Xbox 360 games that I can come back to for years to come and have a hell of a lot of enjoyment out of them, basically. So, those of you who are eagle-eyed will I've realised one of the games on Mission 360 is Dead Rising 2, which I was very fortunate to pick up in a trade recently with another YouTuber. So please check below in the description, and there's links to both sides of that trade on YouTube. So for right now, I've got a special delivery from eBay, which is a little bit like a CEX roulette in a way, because it's like an eBay roulette. So anyway, please come join me at the unbagging table and we'll get into this. So, I'm here with the eBay package. This package, in theory, contains 3 Xbox 360 games, which I've got off eBay somewhat blind. I would sort of compare this a little bit to a CEX roulette. This was a multi-listing that the seller offered up on eBay, and it was 3 for 2. So, to sort of save money on postage and stuff, I thought, why not? Let's go for the 3. I'll say one of these games is on my Mission 360 list, and there's another one in there that I thought I already owned that would have probably made the Mission 360 list if I'd have realised at the time I didn't have it. So, let's get into this and find out what we've got, and fingers crossed it's all the discs are good. Okay. Okay, I'm pleased to say I can see through the bubble wrap that it is the correct 3 games, so that's a good start. So the first game that I've got is Soul Calibur 4. Box has a bit of damage here. That's not great, but... Okay, it's complete, looks in relatively good condition, and that looks really good. Yeah, couple of light marks on the disc, but that looks pretty good. So apart from the box being slightly destroyed in the bottom corner, that is pretty good. That was the 3rd game that I added to the bundle. The second game that we've got is the game that's actually on my Mission 360 list. So this is Full Auto. I've wanted this for quite a while, and I was about to order it online from CEX and do a CEX roulette on it, and I noticed that it was in this bundle on eBay. If I'd have done the CEX roulette on it, it would have cost me £5 plus £3 postage. So it would have been £8. This bundle altogether cost me £12.50, so I thought that was probably the better deal. So should we see what we've got in here? And there we go. We got the... Oh, that's not the manual. That's like a Sega brochure, and then a little sort of warning thing. So I presume that actually doesn't have the manual, which is a little bit disappointing. And we'll have a little look at the disc. And couple of surface marks. That looks pretty good though, to be honest. So. Case looks relatively good on that. It's got a bit of old sticker on there. It looks like an old CEX sticker or something. That will come off really easily, so that's not a problem at all. Yeah, okay, so that might be alright. Please let me know in the comments. I presume there is actually a manual for that, because most 360 games do have a manual. But if you could let me know, that would be very much appreciated. So, and last and not least, Banjo-Kazooie. And last but not least, there's Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which is the game that I thought I already had. I may have had it a while ago, and it's ended up leaving my collection for one reason or another. So it's nice to add that again. So again, that doesn't look too terrible. There's a little bit of what I call sleeve slip at the bottom. I don't know if you can make that out. It's basically where the sleeve is slipped down and then rubbed against games or whatever else on the shelf next to it, and you sort of lose a bit of the ink on the bottom of the sleeve. So I'll pull that up in a minute and have a look. Okay, so that's complete with a manual. The manual's got one of those stickers on again. So that's cool. That looks like that may actually have a poster as well. So I'll just pop that down and... oh, That's interesting. So, yeah, that also has a poster with it. I didn't know that I've ever had a poster. I don't think my last copy had a poster. So, that sort of makes up for Full Auto possibly not being complete. So, we'll just check the disc. That is spotless. That looks almost brand new. So that is a definite win, to be honest, on that one. So, yeah, really, really pleased to add that back into the collection. So, that's cool. I kind of wish it had a manual, presuming it hasn't got one. And that looks really good, with the exception of the bottom of the case being a bit knackered. So I would say that's a win overall, especially for what I paid. So, oh, and there's a bit of the case from Soul Calibur. So yeah, what do you guys think? Was that an eBay win or was that an eBay fail? How does that compare to your CEX roulettes? Sorry if there's a couple of cuts in that. I almost ran out of memory on where I was recording, so technical difficulties and all that. And for those of you just like me who have never seen it before, this is the poster that came in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. So, it's been a couple of days now since I opened the eBay package, and I think I should tell you, the Soul Calibur 4 case that I was a little bit upset about, and I still haven't switched out, is completely on me. So, I've been back onto the listing on eBay and had a little look, and you can clearly see in one of the pictures that the case is damaged. So, I guess when you shop on eBay at 4 AM because you can't sleep, that's one of the little things that may get overlooked now and again. So, yeah, completely on me. I'm really, really pleased with the eBay package. Of the 3 eBay games, I've actually played 2 of them now. So the first one I played is Full Auto, and I really like it. I wasn't totally sure that I would. It's been on my radar for a very, very long time. I'm really, really pleased I picked it up now. I would say if you imagine sort of Burnout with machine guns, I think that's kind of close to what you're getting from it. I don't know whether it'll have a long-lasting appeal. There is a chance it could become a little bit repetitive after a while. I've only played the first sort of couple of hours of it, and I really enjoyed it. It's sort of drive around, blow cars up, sort of racing. Really, really solid game, so I'm really, really pleased to have got that. The other one I played was Soul Calibur 4, because I've never played 4 before. I've got 6 on the PS4, I think, and I really like that. And that's the reason that I didn't actually have Soul Calibur 4 or 5 on my Mission 360 goals. However, having played 4, I really enjoyed it. I think I might prefer it to 6, to be honest. So, that's actually I'm gonna add Soul Calibur 5 to the Mission 360 goals. And that can be one that I can pick up in the future as well, because hopefully it's as good as 4. But if not, it's another Soul Calibur game. I don't think I've played a bad Soul Calibur game, so that would be awesome. The other game, obviously, was Banjo-Kazooie. I've played it in the past, but it's quite a while ago. I can't remember it that well. So, yeah, I will definitely get onto this in the next couple of weeks. I'm pleased to have it back in my collection, because I believed I already had it in the collection prior to realising I hadn't. So, I've got 2 other pickups, which are also Mission 360 games. These both came from CEX. So the first one, these are quite easy to get, to be honest. There's nothing too sort of earth-shattering here as such. But the first one's Fable 3. This to me is the worst Fable game. I had it a while ago. I've played. I think I completed the main story, did a few side quests and stuff like that. And I just didn't enjoy it as much as 2. 2 to me is an absolute masterpiece, but 3 I found a little bit lacking. So I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. Let me know down below in the comments. Sorry. So, and the other game I picked up was Borderlands: The Pre-Sequel, which is very much a similar story to Fable 3. To be honest, I've had it in the past. I actually had this quite close to release, I think, and I played through it once. Thought it felt a little bit like a sort of cutback sort of version of Borderlands 2, to be honest. Nowhere near as good as 2. 2's brilliant. So 1's brilliant as well. Pre-sequel, not so much, but not terribly bad. So I think that left my collection while it was still had decent sort of trading value sort of when it was sort of new. So it's really nice to have it back in the collection. I'll definitely give it a second look over because my tastes do change over time, and I may actually find I absolutely love it now. So there's a good chance of that. So something else I want to touch on is Mission 360. In a way, the games that I'm going for, I'm trying to keep it kind of a bit sort of fluid in a way. It's not a dead set list. It will change. There will be games coming off it and games going on it and stuff. And I've got one game now that I am going to take off it because I think the price on it is absolutely bonkers, and that's Fatal Inertia. I put it onto the list when it was £5 or £6 at CEX as a game that I've seen before. I honestly think I turned it down in a CEX a couple of years ago for about £3 because it didn't have a manual. That's gone up to £38 in the last few weeks. It was at £5 or £6 when I put it on the list, and to me, if it was a tenner, I'd say yeah, that's a decent game for a tenner. But to me, every game's got its price, and £38 for Fatal Inertia, yeah, I don't feel that. So I'm going to take that off the list because I wasn't totally desperate on getting it. I am going to add in its place, as I've already mentioned, Soul Calibur 5. That will be getting added to the list purely because I love every Soul Calibur game, so I probably should have put them on there to start with, but that's on me as well. I'm going to add a bad game as well, which is Turning Point Fall of Liberty. That's another game that I had on release. I saw some trailers for it and I thought, oh, that looks really good sort of FPS type sort of, I think it was Second World War based, might have been First World War. I can't remember. Anyway, it was a long while back on release type thing, and I got it and it was absolutely dreadful. Probably in the top 5 worst games that I've played of that whole generation. However, I do have the memory of it, and I was looking through thinking, yeah, maybe it's only £1 at CEX, and at some point I'm sure I'm going to bump into a copy, because I dare say no other fool out there really wants it. So I'm gonna add that to the list as well and pick that back up and just see if it's as bad as I remember it being. So maybe it isn't. Let me know in the comments, is it as bad as I remember? So should I buy every copy of it and make a bonfire in the back garden and burn them all? I don't know. You guys let me know. So and the last game I'm going to add to the Mission 360 is going to be Bourne Conspiracy. So I think it's called that. Which is the Bourne game, which is a game I also used to have, and I thought I had it, but I looked the other day and it's not there. So I've got no idea what actually happened to it, but it's one that I thought I had, very much the same as Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. So that needs adding to the list so I can get another copy of it. I remember that being a half-decent game as well, to be honest, so it would be good to get back into it. And I think I'm going to have to title this video Technical Malfunction, because that's all this video has been, a series of technical malfunctions, whether they're in my mind or on the screen behind me, or running out of memory on the machines that I'm trying to record onto. So anyway, the screen behind me is actually Minecraft 360, so which is a bit of an odd choice, I confess, but the batteries died in the controller, so I've just nicked them out of a Wiimote, I think. So, and then I've just hit the mic to make it all better. So thank you so much for being here. Sorry if this is all complete nonsense. I've got no idea what I'm doing as ever. So please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned for the outtakes. Goodbye. I thought that would sort of be a little bit like a CEX roulette. So without further ado, let's take the eBay package to my teabagging table where... What?
You said teabagging.
I said debagging.
No, you said teabagging.
I said Oh, really? Sorry about that. Technical problems caused by the Xbox 360. When the controller's gone off, I've fisted the mic as well. What's going on? Oh my god. This has all gone wrong.